What's up, guys? Hope you're having a great Friday night. Just in here at the house, hanging out, a little under the weather, but I wanted to make a quick video talking about if you're in a situation where you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're quote unquote grinding, day in, day out, and you don't seem to be able to get ahead. You don't have extra funds to be able to invest in yourself or to make investments or whatever it is. How do you get out of that? How do you get out of that cycle? So I want to share with you my experience of how do you stop working paycheck to paycheck? Because here's the thing, I have been that person. Guys. I have been financially broke. I've had no money to my name. I have worked paycheck to paycheck. Understand that I used to work a job making $16 an hour. Do you know what my job was before that? It was cleaning toilets for the Forest Service, making $13 an hour. Okay, so I've worked low-paying jobs for the government and been paycheck to paycheck. I know what that is like. So how did I escape that? I hope this helps you. Number one, set up a budget. And when I say budget, here is what I mean. I don't mean track all your expenses and all that. What I mean is create an allocation for your money. Meaning, when $1 comes in, you should be able to divide that dollar up in percentages and send, your pennies and your quarters and your dimes to separate accounts. Okay? So, when you get paid, you're going to set aside 10% for tithing if you're that type of person that likes to be charitable, okay? I'm just going to share with you what I've done. 10% for tithing. All right. 5 to 10% then is going to be your fun account. That is money that you can blow on whatever you want. If you're a club person, go to your club. If you like to buy guns or whatever. I'm a gun person. Go buy guns with that money. Save up for a trip. 5 to 10% of your funds, you're going to blow on experiences, on having fun. Okay. So we'll just call it 10%. Another 10% is going to go towards your education fund. Your education fund is used to buy things that are going to make you more valuable as a person, meaning things that that is money you spend on books, courses, training, classes, events, masterminds, things that allow you to learn a skill that makes you more valuable to the world. Because when you acquire skills and you can do more for other people, you can increase your income, okay? Start a side hustle, start a business. 10% of your income goes into an education fund, okay? So where are we at right now? We've got 10% for tithing, 10% for fun, 10% for education. I would say do another 10% for saving to invest. Now, before you do that though, you want to acquire an emergency fund, a rainy day fund. So you can put aside 10%. If you don't have this yet, you start with $1,000, then you move up to 3 months of living expenses. If you're super conservative, 6 months, okay? And guys, this isn't gonna happen overnight. This is gonna take some time, okay? But 10% into a emergency fund if you don't have one yet. When you do have one, then you can put that money aside to invest, okay? Invest in something. That allows you to dollar cost average into an index fund. If you want to buy Bitcoin, I don't care what it is, but get into it. What you invest in is not what's most important right here. You want to develop the habit of setting aside money to invest, okay? So let's recap. 10% for tithing, 10% for fun, 10% for education, 10% to invest. You're now left with 60%, okay? That is money now that you can use for your living expenses, for your bills, if you're a business owner, for taxes, all that good stuff. Divvy that up how you want, okay? Now, if you're living on 100% of your income, that is a problem. That is an issue, okay? And so now, if that is the scenario, you do need to look at your bank account and say, what are some things that I can eliminate so that I can start allocating things towards my education, towards investing, towards savings, stuff like that, okay? You have to develop that habit. You have to learn how to manage the money coming in, because if you don't, it comes in and it goes out, and then you're left with nothing for yourself, okay? I'm no financial guru, I'm no financial advisor, but that's just a system that's helped me. I would highly recommend that you read the book or download the audiobook, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker, okay? And listen to that, read that. That's where I got that concept from, of allocating your dollars to certain buckets or accounts, okay? That's not my doing. I learned it from a book I read, and I just gave you the book. So that's another thing you can do. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, start reading and developing some insights on managing your money. Because here's the thing. The reason I was living paycheck to paycheck was, well, I didn't make very much money, but I also sucked. I sucked at managing my money. And so if you don't have any money, you may suck as well. And that's okay. Guys, the system is broken. We didn't learn these things, right? Nobody taught us how to budget in high school. At least I never learned anything. I never went through a financial class in high school. Nobody taught me how to go out and get a mortgage so I could buy a house. Nobody taught me that I should be saving to invest instead of just saving, and spending all my money. Like, the system is broken. If you went through a public school system like I did, like, we got hosed. It is what it is. But here's the thing, and this is the second part of getting out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle, is take responsibility. You are where you are because of what you have done thus far in your life. And so if you're not happy with where you are, you can change that. You can change things. You can learn new skills. You can develop new habits to change your reality, okay? So, and you need to be very conscious of what you are saying. Meaning, if you look at someone and you see them that they accomplish something and you say, wow, they're so lucky. Okay, that is a thought. It is a broken thought that is not serving you, because what you are saying is they didn't accomplish that on their own. They just got lucky. And if you're saying that, that means you don't believe that you have the power to change your own situation, your own life, okay? Which you do. You're just failing to accept responsibility, because it's easier to say, I'm going to wait till I get lucky. If you don't like the cards you've been dealt, take the cards back and get a new hand. Don't just walk up from the table and not play the game, which is what most people do. They don't even want to play in the game because they're too afraid to lose, even though most people don't have much to lose. And that's another good thing. If you're working paycheck to paycheck, guys, and if you're at the bottom, the only place to go is up. That was the good thing about my situation, is when you work at the prison, there's always going to be a demand for corrections officers. So leaving that job, yes, it's a risk, but at the same time, I can always go back and be a corrections officer if I want to. Shoot, right now, starting pay for a corrections officer is like $26 an hour, So when you're at the bottom, the only way to go is up. So take those chances, take those risks when you have that opportunity to do so, okay? I hope that helps you guys, but listen, guys, I get it, man. Like, living paycheck to paycheck sucks. And what you ultimately have to do to escape that is become more valuable as a person, gain new skills, gain new knowledge, so that you can make new, create new income streams, find ways to make money. And if you haven't been able to save because you haven't been able to manage your money well, learn the skills to manage your resources and then do what it takes. Make the sacrifices necessary. Okay. So, like when I first started investing in my education and learning about overages and learning about real estate and learning about all these things that I've learned over the years, did I have money to do so? No, not really. So, what did I do? I worked overtime so that I could get some more money, so that I could go use that money to invest in my education, to invest in these things that I wanted to learn. And if you're not willing to sacrifice either expenses that you don't need, or you're not willing to work more, either work overtime, work an extra job, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not willing to do those two things in the beginning, you're not going to be successful in any sort of business. This ain't no cakewalk. If you want more out of life, then you have to do more yourself. There ain't no shortcut. There ain't no happy pill you can take. You have to frickin' do what it takes. And most people are just not willing. Okay? So evaluate your situation and ask yourself if you're willing to do what it takes to get out of living the paycheck to paycheck and get out of that cycle. You don't need a handout. You don't need to strike the lottery. You don't need to win it big. You just need to be better. You need to become more. At least that's what I had to do. Like, I had to learn something new to generate income, or else I was going to stay at the prison. There was no other way out that I could see. Like, no one was going to help me. My parents aren't rich. They're not going to support me financially in my adult years. Like, I don't have any rich relatives. Like, the government sure as hell ain't going to help. So the bottom line is, it's on you. It's on you. You are the key. Okay? And anyway, this is a rant. I don't know if it was helpful. Hopefully it helps one person. If it does, then it was worth filming. Talk to you guys later.